for the last month. This is the Koyama Driving School in Futako Tamagawa, and I passed the motorcycle practical exam, the driving exam. That means I can ride a motorcycle on the public roads, which is a scary thought. No, it's not. Actually, I'm quite prepared for it. And I'm very happy with the school. Not because they just passed me. They didn't do that because of that. They did it because they felt that I would be a safe driver and rider, and that makes me really happy. Now I'm looking at the road and I'm wondering, what does the road look like with me on a motorcycle driving? And it's a little bit, I guess, frightening at first. But I'm sure for those of you that well, that's a big truck. For those of you that are going to be on the road with me, no problem whatsoever. I am ready and willing and able to ride the roads of Japan on a motorcycle. Up to 400 cc's. And yeah, this isn't a review of the school, but I can tell you that the instructors were really friendly. A lot of them gave me their business cards and said, you know, were very encouraging. Of course, they're very strict too, and I like that. There were different kinds of instructors, as I said in the last time I talked about this place, and each instructor has their own unique style of teaching and their own experiences, and they bring that to the course. And I thought it was a lot better than I thought it would be. And shout out to my friend Peter, who's been giving me a lot of advice, to Sam, who also is a motorcyclist and gave me some encouragement, and also had told me about this school in the first place. And I think that this is a start for me into another side of Japan to bring content to you. Beyond a bicycle and a car now, I can do it by motorcycle. What's next? Tractor? Because they actually have tractor on the course here. I'll show you a little bit of the course again. Thanks, Joy. I'll show you a little bit of the course again. Here's my picture. You can see I do look much older. That's a lot of gray. So I don't really look in the mirror that much. And here's the course that I rode, and I'm gonna put this down and kind of talk about it and go over it. So if you ever have to take this test, not just at Koyama, anywhere, this might really help you. This is the course that I was on, and it's actually sunny now, but when I took the test, it was pouring like crazy. You could still see the rain on some water on the course. So instead of stopping at the second mark, I got to stop 14 meters instead of 11 meters, and that made a huge difference. I can't believe the sun is out because I suffered through that test. You can kind of see over there, there's where the stop is on the left side, right here. And then the cones for the slalom. You can see that there. Oh, they're doing the slalom right now. That's pretty good. And then there's a balancing beam beyond the cones. I don't know if you can see that right there. And I got over that pretty good. I feel like I'm a lot more comfortable riding on it. And actually, I failed the first time I took the test. And I'll tell you why in a second. Hey, nice to see everybody. Aiken is here. Woohoo, John. Well done. Riding is a whole other way of seeing the world. Very immersive. Indeed it is. Indeed it is. Personality of a brick wall. Kamen Rider John begins a new Reiwa era. It does, actually. It's pretty exciting. And Roger Danger writes in here, Abunai. I guess I'll be fine. I take it slow. I've got nothing to prove. Except, have fun. All right, let's take a look at this course here. So this is the site that I just showed you where they're doing the slalom, and there's the beam that you have to ride across. It's quite narrow. And this is the emergency stop. So you have to ride 40 kilometers per hour, and you have to be at 40 when you hit these cones, and then you hit the brakes gradually, so that you hit at the second one, you have to stop by the second one, in the rain by the third one. That's 11 meters and 14 meters, and then you can keep on going. You start the exam right here. You get on the bike, you do the safety check, you look to the left, and then you go right here, you make a left here, make a right here, look left and right, keep going, you turn left, you go through the crank. This L shape here is a crank, they call it there. Signal, take a right, stop, take a right, stop, take a right, and then you go through the S. And there's no stop here. You have to kind of yield. And you go to right here. This is a slope. So you have to stop right at this pole here and then start again on a slope. So that just means you have to catch, not fall backwards. And you get to the top and you're going down a hill here. So then while you're going down here, you want to signal that you're going right and then do a safety check to the right. Then you turn this way. And then from here, you want to make a right and you have to go this way. Of course, you have to stop, make a right. You have to go 40 kilometers per hour. I wrote here 40. Make sure you hit that speed and then slow down. You go all the way around, and then at San Chome here, you make a right again. If you're at course A, here you'll make a left. Go all the way around, and then make a left here. Stop for 3 seconds at a railroad crossing. You make a right, and then this is where you do the safety stop. If there's nobody here, you keep on going straight, 40 kilometers per hour, and then stop on a, not on a dime, but a gradual, safe stop. If you do it correctly, you can keep on going. You go all around the course again. You have to signal right and left to come around this. You go all the way around again. You signal left because you're going back in. You stop here when it's clear, over the balancing beam, and then slalom, and then you have to stop at the cone. That's it. That's the course. That's the course I had to do. And I failed it the first time. I was pretty nervous, I have to admit. I was pretty nervous. My back tire just hit a cone on the crank, that L shape, and I think I just took it too shallow. And if you hit a cone, it's not I don't know if it's an instant fail or not, but it's a questionable thing. So he told me in the test, and it was my first time, so they're always going to give you a hard time. You know, you hit a cone with the back tire. Maybe you could have taken your turns a little bit closer to the center. I was a little bit wide, and I was a little bit shaky over the beam, but I didn't fall off of it. So, I mean, I didn't argue at all. I was disappointed the first time because I thought I passed, but I didn't argue, and actually, I thought it was a good thing because I really think that failing made me maybe look over the books again. Probably will make me a safer or better rider in the future. And when you fail at a driving school, when you fail, so this is the new title to this live stream, when you fail, you have to take a 1 hour course again. Okay? Actually, you know what? Why don't I walk around instead of being static? Oh, there it is! Peter, are you watching? That's what we gotta do, dude. I wanna do tractor. Look at that. That is the coolest thing in the world. I want a tractor's license. So when I get pulled over one day, the cop looks at my license and it says, you are able to drive tractors and bulldozers. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. That is the best. Go, dude, go. I mean, why even stop for traffic? Just keep bulldoze. I think if I had a bulldozer license, when Leo grows up, he's gonna go to his friends, guess what? My dad has a bulldozer license. That's a reason to do it, maybe, just for that. To brag to the kids at school. Cool dad. All right, I'm gonna walk around here, up along the side, and you can take a look into the course a little bit better. I want to talk a little bit more about this whole process, but one of the reasons I wanted to go live is not just because I'm super excited and I like to share these moments with all of you guys, but also because we do have, the reason why I'm getting this license is because one of the things I always wanted to do in Japan was to ride Hokkaido with a motorcycle, and Peter and I are going to be doing that in a Kickstarter. That's right, I somehow got roped into it. Well, I wanted to do it. A Kickstarter on July 28th to April 6th. Peter and I, for 9 days, will be riding Hokkaido. It's gonna be so freaking awesome. We're gonna be going, well, you know what? Now that I've passed, I can release the project. One of the reasons why I didn't was because I didn't pass. I wasn't sure if I would be able to do this at all. But now that I passed, maybe tonight we can actually release this and you guys can take a look at this project, and maybe if you think it's interesting, you'd want to back it. We're looking to get about $7,500. The last Kickstarter we raised, I think $50,000 or $60,000. So I maybe we'll get there. I'm always a little bit nervous, but we're using that money to make an adventure out of this and take you along with us. Okay, look here, I think we can get into this. So it'll be a Kickstarter. We made a video that explains what we're gonna be doing. It shows you the course. 5 days on motorcycle, 4 days in an RV camper. And the reason why we're doing the camper is, one, it's another way to see Hokkaido, and two, just riding hundreds of kilometers on a motorcycle per day is not that much fun. So we're going to be doing the RV camper and then camping in certain spots around there. And we're going to be reporting to everybody who's backing this. And of course, we're going to be doing live streams here. What that experience is like. Oh, there you can see the motorcycles. Oh, this is pretty cool. Maybe we can sneak a peek. Can sneak a peek here. So the white Hondas here are the Ogata, or the over 400cc bikes, and the blue ones that are on the course are the right there. That's the one that I was riding on for the last 2 weeks. This is a Honda something. I think it's 350cc. It's a pretty good bike. It's a pretty good bike, and I was happy to some of them are a little bit beat up, so some of them are better than others. Sometimes I couldn't find neutral because the engine was so hot. I guess neutral didn't register. So there's a few bugs with the bikes, I thought, but it could be user error too. I can't say it was all the bike. It probably was me too somehow. All right, let's just take a look really quickly here. You can follow this rider. That was me for a month practicing. See, there's your safety check. And stop. There's not a lot of, I guess all the motorcycle people are on the other side. But I'll be riding a, we'll see if a motorcycle. Oh, I want to get a license for one of these trucks too. Just collect licenses. It's awesome. It's Leo saying, my dad drives a truck. It's awesome. When I was in kindergarten, I wanted to be a trucker. I had a friend who had a truck driving lunchbox, and all the kids wanted to be truck drivers back in kindergarten. Nick, his name was Nick, I remember that. He wanted to be a truck driver. We thought that was so cool. So you can see the motorcycles going through here. Now, the Hokkaido trip's gonna be pretty awesome. That's what, I haven't uploaded a lot of videos because for the last, for 2 weeks of the last month, I've been in America, and then I really couldn't get anything done because we hadn't gone for so many years. I kind of just focused on that. And then the last 10 days, I've been just working on the Kickstarter and trying to get this launched. And that was me. You gotta wear a number. He looks like he's new. I was surprised there was a lot of foreigners that take the driver's license, motorcycle license here. And another surprising thing, which shouldn't be surprising, is it seemed like 35% of the riders were women, which is so cool. I don't know why. We think that, I just thought that most motorcyclists were dudes because I watched, Chips, and maybe I grew up in the 80s. I don't know, but it was really nice to see a lot more women riding motorcycles. Because even when I went in to go look at motorcycle gear, there wasn't a lot for women. I don't know if they do clothing differently. It's just something I'm getting into. Impressive women drivers in Japan, absolutely. You can see them making a right turn there. There's a fake train crossing over there, which is cool. There's a slope. All right, let's keep going. I can show you the slope as the bulldozer comes. Oh, this is awesome. Dude, go, go. That's so awesome. All the female riders, raise your hands. Yes. Peter and I will be happy to meet all riders on the Hokkaido trip, and hopefully we get a chance to stay at a rider's house, can talk to other motorcyclists, maybe get their sense and get their ideas of places to visit in Hokkaido. Well, look at this, the beautiful Futako Tamagawa water riverside. The Tamagawa River is, I don't know, it seems like maybe a kilometer down there. But it just rained and the sun's coming out. The water's coming pretty hard. beautiful. It's turning into a beautiful day, but you see those dark clouds? That's the weather that I was riding the test in. It wasn't like it was sunny right now. It was a pretty tough downpour. But I guess it helped relaxing. Now, when you make a right or a left, whenever you turn, there's a diamond in the center of the road in Japan. That kind of helps you guide, but you can never touch that diamond. So you get really close to it, but you're not supposed to touch it. You're making a right turn. As you can see, everybody's driving on the opposite side of the road compared to the United States. So they're riding, these two are practicing 125cc, which is a small motorcycle license. It's pretty chaos. There's the slope, which you can get a better look at right there. You see that pole in the middle of your screen? So after you get through the S curve right here, you see that S curve? Right, hold on a second. There's the crank. S curve is number 13. So I go through the S curve, you make a right, and these two grayed out areas is that slope that's right there. And there's a bar, there's a yellow and black bar. That's where you have to stop the motorcycle right there. And then on the slope, you have to start again. And it's hard because unless you got the engine going and you have some, RPM, you're gonna go backwards. So you have to release the clutch and then let the throttle out nice and gradual. And while you go up, you have to then quickly signal that you're going to the right, do a safety check to your right side to check the blind side, and then you have to go down the slope, slow down, and then make a right turn. So there's a lot of stuff that's happening, to remember the course. And in Japan, once again, whenever you take a driving test, it has nothing to do so much with your driving skills for the test in itself, and everything to do with how well do you memorize the course and how well can you drive the course, because the course is not a practical driving experience. There's no roads out there that will put you through this in such a compact situation. But when you come to a school and you learn all of the tricks and tricks of the trade, I guess, that keep you safe and give you experience, in this compact course, they've put everything all together that you can do that. And I was pretty happy for that over the I think it was 17 hours of training I had to do. So there you have it. John is a motorcyclist. I get to drive on the real roads of Japan. I thought, all right, you know what? I thought I passed. John is gonna be a motocross champ in his 40s. Yeah, you know what? Racing is not. All right, let me put it to you like this: racing is not even on my radar. What's on my radar is safely driving Hokkaido and having the open air around me, and be able to appreciate this beautiful scenery that you're going to be able to do, because I have a 360 camera. We've got a cameraman coming for this to take nice shots of us. Shout out to Kushitani, which is we're going to be using Kushitani gear on this Kickstarter project. So that's really cool. They're in Hamamatsu, which is in Shizuoka Prefecture, not that far from Mount Fuji. We went to their office the other day to try on some stuff. So we're gonna be wearing Kushitani gear. We're gonna do this real proper, and I know that you're gonna love seeing a new side of Japan. We're finding new ways to utilize motorcycles for this channel. Of course, this isn't gonna be everything that the channel's Only in Japan is about. The entire country of Japan and all the really beautiful aspects of it. But we're doing this Kickstarter because we want to take you. We know that Japan's not open, first of all, and a lot of you want to travel around here. We know we're still kind of in the mode where we're traveling for you, which is which is what we want to do. We want to show you some really beautiful parts of Japan, and for Hokkaido, we want to show you towns, small towns, rural areas, beautiful scenery. We're going to be introducing Ainu culture as well. Peter and we're going to make that a point in the documentary of highlighting the Ainu culture. There's a brand new Ainu museum up near Noboribetsu that I've actually stopped at 5 years ago. They've completely redone it. I was very critical of it in a live stream 5 years ago, and it's so much better now. So we're going to stop there. We're going to be stopping at another Ainu, Kotan, up in Lake Akan in the center of Hokkaido. and we're going to be talking with people to get a better understanding of the indigenous culture of Japan, put ourselves in these towns and see what's going on, which is going to be great. And of course, we can't ignore the local food. There's a ton of amazing local food in Hokkaido that's specific to the summer, like the crabs, like mostly the crabs. I think maybe the uni. No, that's more like winter. Okay, crabs. We're gonna be doing that in Nemuro. I'm just really excited about everything now that I've passed this test and I can put this behind me. So, if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them right now. And if you have any questions, if you're watching this on the playback, this is a live stream. Please leave a comment and I'll do my best to answer it about the process of, my bad, that's for cars, writes in Tommy Snow. Saya writes in Melankuma. Yeah, we're gonna be stopping in Yubari. I'm gonna see if Melankuma is around because his house was under construction when I was there a month ago. There's the school right there. Any test in Japan is hard. It's kind of true. I think you can never go into a test, even if you've ridden a motorcycle before. You can never do anything in Japan, and go in there kind of thinking that you know it all. You have to go in there as a blank sheet of paper. Of course, everybody has their own experiences, but you have to show a lot of humility. I'd ridden 50cc motorbikes before because you can ride 50cc bikes in Japan on a regular driver's license. So I've driven them in Ogasawara, an island in Tokyo, 24-hour ferry right away. So I rode that bike for 2 weeks. The roads are pretty much untrafficked and it's a nice experience. So I mean, I've ridden two-wheelers before that and bicycles, but the laws for riding motorcycles is a little bit different and it's a little bit more specific. The things that you should know to keep you safe. But above all, the things that were the most valuable were the things that would keep me safe. The school went over a lot of different situations and simulators, as well as on the course where the instructor would give us advice on certain things, like when it's raining and it's wet, going over manhole covers can be dangerous for two-wheelers and four-wheelers. These cars going by, they always have a tire on the asphalt, but motorcycles going over a manhole cover, that can be quite slippery and dangerous. So these are some of the things that we talked about, and you could actually practice that in simulation, which is really cool. I'm coming this way because I forgot my umbrella, which happens a lot. Japan is just more congested, yeah. The roads, you can see even right here, the road here is quite trafficked, and at certain times it can be pretty crazy to drive. Actually, driving can you ask Peter, he once drove back from Nagano to Tokyo on the worst possible day during like Obon or Golden Week or something. It was traffic for 8 hours all the way from Nagano back to Tokyo. It was like a line at Disneyland the entire way. That's how crazy it was. So now that I passed, I get to go and get my license at a police driving center. I take this certificate that I have in my hand. Hopefully I don't lose it, and I can go in there and they'll give me a new license, and I guess they give me an eye test. I'm pretty worried about that. And everything should be good, right? Seems like a lot of Japanese women riding motorcycles. You know, I think that Japan has, and that's, to me, I didn't think that there would be, because the people telling me not to do this are mostly mothers, wives. They just don't want to lose anybody. But I come here, and I said 35% of the people, it seemed like they were women getting motorcycle licenses. So whether you're a man or a woman, it's not, riding a motorcycle is not specific to any gender. I think there could be some misconceptions on that, but it was really pleasant to see a mix of people, including a lot of Westerners coming here to study. I didn't expect that. It seemed like maybe 1 in 10 was a non-Japanese speaker, and they have English-speaking instructors there, which was pretty cool to see. I didn't take those lessons because it was more expensive to do so. And I just felt that if you're going to be taking them, if you're going to be driving in Japan, you probably should probably learn how to do it in Japanese. You should probably learn how to do it in Japanese, so I didn't really have too much of an excuse to. Yeah, I think it was about $300 cheaper to take it in Japanese than in English. If you fail the exam, just FYI, you have to pay about a 11,000 yen, and you have to take a 1-hour refresher course, confidence builder course, where they go over some of the weak points in your exam, and then the next day you could take the exam. And I'm sure that for me that really helped, because I'd been in the U.S. Joy, that's right. So it was 11,000 yen, like $100 about, to redo that. Peter, I'm gonna dry clean this jacket, so don't worry about it. Or buy it off you, I guess. I don't know. Don't know where I put the jacket. Hold on a second. Oh, this is the guy. The guy with the really nice hair. It's amazing. It's even higher in some of the other pictures. A lot of respect. All right, onwards. Election is over, which is nice. And of course, I gave the a talk about my feelings of Prime Minister Abe assassinated, and I guess I can, while we're walking towards the station, I can just kind of hit on this. There's a lot of people that were pretty critical, but I think when somebody leaves us, I think you should really give a lot of respect, and let history take its course. And everybody's legacy is decided after a certain period of time, and nobody is perfect, and any politician that is perfect probably isn't doing their job well. Everybody has scars. Everybody has things that they did in their past which is questionable. You got to make tough decisions as a politician, and the longer you do it, the more scars and wounds you incur. And Abe-san has those. He's not perfect by any means. I don't know what his legacy is going to look like, but I was very emotional the day after, and I just spoke from the heart and focused on really positive things. And I think in the wake of what happened and in the shock, I still feel like I can't believe that the man is gone. Honestly, he was larger than life in politics here, and just suddenly taken. I guess it would be like if construction going on. It'd be like if one of our ex-presidents was assassinated suddenly, leaving a hole, I guess. I don't know. But having somebody of his stature really helped get stuff done. And it's just going to be a little bit harder. I don't know. That noise is construction. They're kind of, I don't know, doing something over there. We're almost at the station. I've really enjoyed, one of the reasons why I picked this school was because I just really enjoyed walking around Futako Tamagawa and getting a look at my old neighborhood again. That's been really nice to do. Loud noise. It's been nice to go through this neighborhood again in Setagaya, because it's changed. It's always changing a lot. There's a lot of money in this town. I didn't actually stop and eat anywhere. I usually went home really quickly because I wanted to go back and pick Leo up from his daycare, or get back to eat dinner or something. Go back. There's Kanai and Leo now, so I have to do stuff for the family. I can't just do what I want to do. What I want to do is run in here and get a thing of sake, but it ain't gonna happen now. I gotta go pick up Leo. So there you have it. I will be able to do 400cc motorcycles, and we'll do that in the next couple of weeks. I'll be on the road to 28th. We're gonna launch this Kickstarter, I think, tonight. So if you're interested in backing, and I hope that you do, please do so. Again, the documentary and the postcard and all this helps to make this trip possible. And we're already prepaying for everything, and we're just asking for to cover the costs of it. We're going to be going to local towns, supporting local businesses, showing you aspects of Japan that I don't think you probably haven't seen in other YouTube videos, but because this is all backed by you guys, no sponsors involved, nobody telling us that we have to cover a certain area or whatnot. This is what we're gonna do with that. And I think a lot of people have been asking to go out to small towns, places that, no more Kyoto, no more Tokyo, no more, tourist attractions. Stop covering the same things, because YouTubers seem to be repetitively doing the same stuff over and over. Influencers influencing influencers to influence the same places. So we're gonna go counter to that. And nobody has told us to go and do the northeast of Hokkaido, where there's some beautiful national parks, or cutting through to Lake Akan, where there's a lot of Ainu culture and some really good ramen as well. So we're gonna be doing that, and I'm pretty stoked. And I hope that you might consider backing that. I think the postcard's gonna be the same, 1,500 yen, which is like $12 or $13 now. And the documentary, I think, is gonna be about $22 or something like that with the exchange rate. So it'll be probably about 2 hours long. All right, just want to have my mask ready. Japan, having a mask is still pretty important here. And we are in the middle of a seventh wave, which is pretty concerning because of the BA.5. So everybody knows about this. So we're all just trying to protect one another the best that we can in society, because that's what we do in Japan. We look out for each other. And so I think I don't want to wear a mask, but I'm looking out for my neighbors here around me. So when I get close and I'm in a confined area inside on public transportation, I wear the mask out of consideration for the people. I'm not sick that I know of, but that's what we do here, just a different culture. There's Futako Tamagawa Station. Seventh wave is really bad. We're getting close to the highest that we've ever did, but it's not a big deal though. Nobody wants to get sick. That's the point. I don't know why we keep talking about it, other than just people should be a little bit more vigilant, because there's some people who get sick, but it's the same with influenza at this stage. Very few people are on ventilators and such. So I think that stage of this has passed. So anybody who's really upset about it, it is what it is. I think Japanese have moved on too, because despite that, this being the most contagious version of it all, people are still out on the streets. There's no more emergency shutdowns. Hospitals don't have any issues with people on ventilators or dying. It's same as influenza. Heat wave is more of a killer right now. Just nobody wants to get sick, and we don't want to be the one to make other people sick. And we think like this, and that's why we wear masks. That's it. It's not so much for our own protection. It's because we want to keep, if we were sick, we don't want to be the one that makes other people sick. That's why I think the vast majority of people are wearing the masks. Got it? That's right. It's a true story. All right, so for those of you that are walking here, here's the station. I usually will walk down this road of danger, and the driving school's right over here. That's what we walk to. This is such a beautiful area. All right, everybody, I'll be back for a midnight snack run pretty soon. Back to normal, only in Japan programming. I'm working on the melon auction video. I just haven't had a lot of time to shift to the main channel, but the fireworks video has been really popular, and the channel is doing quite well. Some of the videos that I put up there over time are starting to catch fire. So the channel's doing really well, and it's up to me to get the content out there, and I want to say thank you to everybody who's backing me. The postcards are going out tomorrow, so there's so much stuff that's going on behind the scenes. I'm super busy. I might not be uploading the videos as much, but there's so much work that's been going on for Only in Japan, making merchandise. Peter and I are going to be doing eco bags, Only in Japan eco bags, and we're doing Only in Japan tenugui, which are the headbands that the Karate Kid was wearing, because we need more people wearing them in the world to help us be more accepted as karate champions. Don't know, don't ask. Hey, Peso's here. Thank you, Peso. She was huge in helping us with advice. Joyce as well. Thanks, guys. All right, I'm off. Going home. Got to pick up Leo. Take care, everybody. And you're looking at a brand new motorcycle rider. I'd put my helmet on, but it's in my bag. See everybody. Have a good day. Bye from Futako Tamagawa. That was fun. Mata ne.